Are you looking for the best items when it comes to your postpartum recovery? Awesome. I'm going to share with you today the must-have items that I had personally used and my experience with postpartum. Stay tuned. My name is Shaytoya and I am a mompreneur. And I help moms and dads grow their business as they raise their family. I am currently 6 weeks postpartum and just had a beautiful baby girl, which was my second. My birthing experience this time around, I pushed for about 30 minutes and I just needed one stitch. And with my first, I actually pushed for about 2.5 hours with 3rd-degree tear. So you could imagine my last pregnancy recovery took a lot longer, but this time was a whole lot easier. So I'm going to share with you what I needed for my first and the difference of my second. First of all, everyone is different. Maybe what has helped me may not help you. No one talks about the recovery when it comes to postpartum, which I think is super important that we share with new moms, tips and things that you should need. Okay, so here are the items that I recommend for my first one, and the first one might be super embarrassed for some people, but I think it's super important that I share with you. For my second, I actually decided to use adult disposable underwear, pretty much like an adult diaper, let's be honest. Your first week, you bleed very heavy, unless you want to wear a pad like this, which to me is super uncomfortable. They kind of fall down. I decided not to this time around, but I do think it's very important that you do bring home some of the mesh underwear because they are helpful as well as you run out of the adult diapers. I think it's super important. The disposable underwear were super comfortable, very surprisingly. As I said, those big pads are not. They feel like you're just wearing underwear. And as I said, when I'm on my periods, I usually use tampons, but with just having a baby, that wasn't an option. And I personally don't have underwear that are meant for my periods just because I wear tampons. And the disposable underwear, I provided a link below. So if you guys have questions on that, please let me know. And so after about a week or two, I was able to wear pads, just regular pads you can buy, and the mesh underwear actually helps me with having to wear those. So I do recommend making sure that you take the mesh underwear. Also, guys, so I did bleed this time around for about 5 weeks, which sucks. With my second, I don't remember how long I bled for, just to be very honest with you. And this time around, I would stop bleeding and then I'd go a day or two without bleeding. And all of a sudden, I would start bleeding again. And that's how I messed up a good pair of panties of mine. So my recommendation is to make sure you wear either a panty liner or a pad as you go through the process of bleeding, stop, bleeding, stop, bleeding, stop. So I think that's super, super important. My second must-have item I did want to share with you guys is the Peri bottle. This item is amazing, and you just I personally like to have warm water in there other than cold water, and all you're going to do is you're going to spray it on your private area, and this will help you rinse yourself this will help you rinse yourself after you go bathroom, and then you're just going to want to pat yourself.
Pee-pee.
Yep, typical pee-pee. And so with my first, I had a 3rd-degree tear, so it was really sore down there, and this was perfect. And then also having to go number 2 for the first time after having a baby, it was very sore. So instead of having to wipe myself, truly you just spray yourself and then you just pat. And it helped me. And for my second, honestly, I really didn't need this as much because I just had one stitch with my first, with my second. So I used this for possibly a couple days, and then I didn't use this as much with my second. But with my first, guys, this saved my life. Because you could just pour it where it goes. And with the ones the hospital provides you, it's just more of a plastic bottle without this piece right here. And this piece is amazing. All right, so for my third item, I super, super recommend it, was my go home outfit. I wear a dress, and I'll show a picture of it so you guys can see it. But I pretty much wore a dress that was super easy for me to breastfeed with and super comfortable, so I didn't have to wear anything on my bottom. My fourth item that I do recommend is at the hospital with my first did provide this to me was stool softeners. To help you go to number 2 and not have to have hard stool. So the hospital should provide it to you. If not, ask. With my second, I didn't need it due to having only needing one stitch. So the fourth item that is super important that you have to me was my maternity bra. It makes it super easy to breastfeed. And if you plan to do so, make sure you pick that up. I'll have a link below of one that I've used. I have a couple. And then also another great thing that you also want to make sure you have is breast pads. Because it's the worst thing is, even honestly guys, sometimes they don't even work. As you guys can see on my shirt, like I'll get like little spots on my shirt like this, and it's just something that we kind of have to deal with as mothers, but the breast pads do help. So I'll put a link below as well for you guys. And this is my baby girl. She is currently 6 weeks, and it's been an amazing thing so far, bringing my daughter home to my son, and we've had a great time so far. Make sure you grab whatever the hospital provides you as well. Anything that they put in the room has to be thrown away. So make sure you grab diapers, formula with a formula shortage, and anything else that you guys could possibly, that they provide, bring it home. Why would we throw it away when we could use it? If you guys have any questions on anything I went over, please let me know.